Welcome. I'm Jenna Fallbush, a technical assistant specialist for the National Center on Accessible Digital Educational Materials and Instruction, or NCADEMY. The mission of our center is to improve the quality, availability, and timely provision of accessible digital educational materials and instruction for learners with disabilities from early intervention through high school graduation. If you're watching this video, we hope that you are familiar with NCADEMY and are considering joining our Virtual Professional Learning Group, or PLG. Before teams enroll, we ask them to complete the Hexagon Readiness Protocol. If you've already opened the document, you may be asking yourself, where do I start? How long will it take? Or whether you're expected to have all the answers. This short video is designed to answer those questions and help you feel confident before you begin. So why do we ask teams to complete the Hexagon? The purpose isn't to evaluate your team or determine whether you're ready enough to join the PLG. Instead, the Hexagon is a structured conversation tool. It helps your team reflect on where you are today with digital accessibility, identify system strengths, uncover areas that may need attention, and begin building a shared understanding of your system's current readiness for implementing the quality indicators. It also helps the NCADEMY team understand your starting point and gives us information we can use in preparing the technical assistance you'll receive through the PLG. There are no passing scores, and we're not looking for perfection. Honest discussion about your team's readiness to implement the quality indicators is much more valuable than high ratings. Let's take a quick look at the protocol itself to better understand what to expect. The Hexagon is organized around 6 indicators broken into 2 sections or halves of the Hexagon. The first section is practice indicators. These indicators address the evidence, usability, and supports of the quality indicators. The second section is agency indicators. These indicators address how well the quality indicators meet the student needs, fit with agency initiatives, and whether your agency has the organizational capacity to implement them. Together, these indicators help teams think about readiness from different perspectives. To dive a little deeper, it's helpful to know that the practice indicators are designed with supporting documentation to help guide your discussion. Each indicator includes a simple 3-step process, detailed rating descriptions, discussion questions with space for notes, and supporting documentation that provides context, definitions, examples, and other information to help your team efficiently answer the questions with confidence. The agency indicators have a slightly different format. They include a description of the indicator, discussion questions with space for notes, rating instructions, and detailed rating descriptions to help your team determine the rating that best reflects your current level of readiness. You'll rate each indicator using a scale from 1 to 5. As you work through the protocol, remember that the number itself isn't the most important part. The conversations your team has while deciding on a rating are often the most valuable outcome. Use the note space to document insights and evidence. Evidence can include things like existing policies, procedures, strategic plans, professional learning opportunities, and accessibility initiatives, staffing, or other documentation that helps support your team's discussion. If you don't have evidence for a particular indicator, that's perfectly okay. Identifying those gaps often points to opportunities for future work. To complete the Hexagon protocol, we recommend that you gather a cross-disciplinary team of people who bring different perspectives, such as leadership, special education, general education, instructional technology, procurement, curriculum, and any others that may be involved in accessibility efforts. When team members understand the goal of the Hexagon and arrive at the conversation prepared to discuss the indicators, you can expect to complete the protocol in about 2 hours. As you discuss each indicator, don't worry about finding the right answer. If team members have different opinions, that's completely normal. The conversation should reveal important insights about current practices, communication, or implementation that might go otherwise unnoticed. The goal is to honestly and accurately capture where your team is today, not where you hope to be in the future. Once your team has completed the hexagon, it's time to schedule your pre-enrollment meeting and share your completed hexagon with Academy for review. During the meeting, we'll discuss your responses, ask clarifying questions, and ensure we have a shared understanding of your team's readiness as we prepare to onboard your team into the PLG. The protocol also serves as a valuable baseline that your team can revisit over time as your implementation progresses and you work towards sustainability. Just remember, the hexagon is not a test. It's an opportunity to begin important conversations with your team and reflect on where you are today. Whether your ratings are high, low, or somewhere in between, every team starts in a different place. What matters most is having an honest discussion that helps you identify your next steps. We're excited you're considering joining Academy's PLG, and we look forward to supporting your team's work to build sustainable systems for digital accessibility. To learn more about the PLG, go to academy.org and click on Professional Learning Group from the homepage. If you need assistance or have questions, whether before or during the completion of the hexagon, email the PLG team at academy@usu.edu or send us a text or leave us a voicemail at 435-554-8213. Thank you for watching, and when you're ready, gather your team, open the Hexagon Readiness Protocol, and begin the conversation. The contents of this video were developed under a cooperative agreement with the U.S. Department of Education, Office of Special Education Programs, Award Number H32-7Z2-40007. The Department does not mandate or prescribe practices, models, or other activities described or discussed in this video. The contents of this video may contain examples of, adaptations of, and links to resources created and maintained by another public or private organization. The Department does not control or guarantee the accuracy, relevance, timeliness, or completeness of this outside information. The content of this video does not necessarily represent the policy of the Department. This video is not intended to represent the views or policy of, or be an endorsement of any views expressed or materials provided by any federal agency. Project Officer is Rebecca Sheffield, PhD.